Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Almost Martha. And today it's really gloomy out there, but I'm going to use some bright, shiny lemons to make something wonderful. I have 2 Meyer lemons that really need to be used. Yes, they're my Meyer lemons. Yes, they are from my lemon tree. And I can't wait to use them. I've been waiting for many, many months. So today we're going to make some blueberry lemon bars, and they're going to be great. So hold on, let's do it together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make our crust. And I'm going to just take a little pan and I'm going to spray it in the bottom of an 8x8 pan. If you have a 9x9, this might work a little better, but I don't. I have an 8x8. And I'm spraying a little pan because I want the parchment paper to sort of stay in place. So it kind of helps it to stick to where you want it to stick. So I have 2 pieces of parchment paper sort of overlapping each other. It's going to create a nice, safe bottom for our crust to cook in. And I've got the oven heating to 325. So now we can begin with our crust. And I'm going to put this aside. And I have my lemons. Very happy about my lemons. And I need to zest them. So we're going to finely zest our lemons. I'm going to be very careful not to get the pith in there. This is a Meyer lemon, so the skin is very thin. So I do have to be kind of careful not to get that white in there, because the white will make it a bit bitter. So I need about a teaspoon. So I may have to use my second lemon to get a little more zest. But that's okay, because luckily I have 2. Man, I've been waiting for these lemons a long time. As a matter of fact, there's a bit of a story behind these lemons, so you can watch the story while I continue to zest lemons. But I want to tell you how these Meyer lemons came about. So before I took it outside in the winter, it blossomed, because it can blossom throughout the year, because I do use a sun lamp on it and it just thinks it's constantly going. And as you can see, there are blossoms now all over this tree. So I took a Q-tip and I inserted it into the flower, and then I took it and I went from flower to flower with my Q-tip that's covered in pollen, and I pollinated these 2 lemons. Me, my own little self, my own little Mother Nature self. I pollinated these lemons. So these are Laura Leopard specials. And they're going to be really good. But now it was time to do it again. So I went to every bloom on the tree with my little trusty Q-tip, and I stuck it inside the flower. I rotated it around. You can see all the pollen on there. So I'm doing what bees do. I'm picking up pollen from one flower and I'm taking it to another. So I'm hoping the magic is going to work again and I'll be able to pollinate some new lemons. In the meantime, I have lots of other lemons growing that, were started this summer. So just having lemons in like a perpetual, growth stage would be fantastic. So this is how you grow a lemon tree. I hope you try it. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun. This lemon tree went from like a stick to what you see today. It's getting better and more full all the time, and the lemons just keep coming. So you can do it too. You and me and Mother Nature. Or actually, I am Mother Nature in this instance. Okay. Isn't that fun? I love having a lemon tree. It's been so much fun. This is like year 3, 4, something like that. And I got like 1 lemon the first year, then I got 3, then it's getting bigger and bigger. But it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun. Okay, we're gonna start with flour. I have 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm just gonna put that right in my food processor. I have a 1/3 cup of confectioner sugar. That's powdered sugar. I'm just gonna put that in. And now I'm gonna scrape in my lemon zest. I'm just gonna put it right on top. That's about maybe a little more than a teaspoon. Perfectly fine. The more lemon, the better. Okay, right in there. Then I'm also gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. And I'm just gonna put that right in. And then I'm going to add some butter. But before I add the butter, I'm just going to give it a little pulse or two here. Okay. Now, this is unsalted butter, and I'm just going to cut it into tablespoons and then drop it in. And this is cold, so I did not have to try to warm this up and make it soft. So that's nice. Okay. I'm just going to drop them in. Let it do its work. Now this is just sort of like a very simple pastry dough. And we are gonna bake it, and then before we put the other elements in it. As we're gonna be making a lemon curd, which should be delicious. Just a little more. It's getting very crumbly in there, so that's a really good sign. Last one. Okay, starting to form a ball in here now. If we were making pastry, we would have added a little ice water in there, but this is not that kind of crust. So we have our pastry dough, and now we're just gonna put it inside of our pan. Okay, so now I'm just gonna press inside. Make sure it goes all the way to the corner. Now I'm trying to press a little of those fingerprints out of there to get it sort of, kind of smooth, Okay, great. So this is our nice crust. And this we are going to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's a little golden brown. Not dark brown, but a little golden brown, because we still have to put our lemon curd in. So 20 to 25 minutes. Could go as high as 35 depending upon your oven. Just look for golden brown and I think we'll be good. So into the oven. Now we're going to make the curd and we're going to start with, I have just a little over 1 cup sugar. The last time I made this, it was very sweet. I also tried to make it with sugar in the raw, but it just made it a little too dark in color, so I'm sticking with granulated sugar. So just slightly over 1 cup of sugar, and I have 3/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, including my lovely lemons. So now I'm just gonna mix this up a little bit. That sugar will dissolve nicely in that lemon juice. I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a pinch of sea salt in this. I have 3 egg yolks I'm going to add to the mixture. And I have 2 full eggs I'm also adding to the mixture. Now I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to add that cornstarch in there. Okay, make sure I get it all. All right. So mix this up really well. And then I'm going to turn the heat on about medium heat for now. I'm going to try to get this curd mashed up in here, kind of. Have a little whisk. I'm just going to whisk in that cornstarch. So this mixture is now going to cook for about 5 or 10 minutes. What we're really looking for this mixture to do is to thicken up. So I'm going to check my watch. Let's see where we are. And you're going to want to use I have a little spatula there, a silicone spatula. We'll use that to keep stirring it, just so it doesn't burn on the bottom. But this is going to be our lemon curd, to which we're going to add a few things once we get past this step. But for right now, we are just going to get this to a simmer, and we're going to let this just thicken up. It'll take about 5 or 10 minutes to do that. Okay, now I've got all of my cornstarch nicely whisked in, and that will help to thicken it as well. So here we go. Once this mixture has thickened, we're going to take one more step before it's really finished. And in the meantime, we're just going to continue to stir it. We don't want it to stick. We don't want any of that to happen. So we're just going to keep a close eye. Hopefully not, block too much out of it. But here I have more lemon zest, a little more than a tablespoon of lemon zest. I have 1 very small lime that I also zested. And I have 1 stick of butter that has been finely chopped. So when this mixture is ready, we're going to pour it through this sieve, and it's going to go, we're going to pour it through that sieve, it's going to go into the bowl, and then we're going to add these items to it. I just want it all prepped and ready to go, because at that moment in time, everything will be of the essence, right? And the heat of the curd will just melt that butter for us, give us a nice silky texture over there. Okay. We're about at the 5-minute mark. So now I'm just waiting for signs of it thickening up. Definitely see it thickening up, so that's great. Really adhering to the spatula there. Okay. Now we're gonna do the next step. We're gonna bring this to a boil. So I'm gonna take up my temperature, and we want this to boil for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I've got my handy dandy clock here. my 30 seconds. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to put it right in here. Now we're just going to get it through this sieve. So just make sure that it's really nice and creamy and silky smooth. That's about it. Now I'm going to add the butter. Zest. I'm just going to stir that in until that butter melts. Almost done. Okay. I have a little over a cup of blueberries. That's going right in. And now we're going to put it on our crust. So pull this out after 30 minutes. It's a very pale crust, which is good because it's going to rebake again. Now I'm just going to pour this right into my shell. Oh, that beautiful lemon curd on top. Yeah, when I used the sugar in the raw, just lemony. It did not look lemony, it looked caramely, but that's really not what we're going for. All right. And now I'm just sort of arranging the blueberries on top a little bit. I want to make sure that they're sort of evenly distributed. Not all on one side. Okay. And now into the oven it goes, where it's going to bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. Just watch it carefully. Okay, moment of truth. It's been about 40 minutes, and I think that's going to be good. I'm trying to be very careful pulling this out. Okay, it looks good. The curd looks like it's set. The blueberries have popped and opened up, and that's what you sort of see around the ridge there. I do think it is done. Just the blueberries that have popped there. So it looks good. Looks really good. I'm just gonna place it on this wire rack, and I'm gonna let this cool for a little bit. Now comes the really hard part. We have to wait. So this has to cool down, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. It needs to refrigerate for at least 4 hours. Some people suggest even freezing it before you slice it because it makes slicing it much easier. So I'm probably not going to eat this tonight. I don't want to tell Mark that because he's really excited about this. But he's going to have to wait. Good things come to those who wait. So it's going to cool off completely. It's going to super chill, and I'll see how wobbly it is. If it's wobbly at all, I'll freeze it and then I'll cut it. But it looks like the curd is set, so that's fantastic. So now we just play the waiting game. So I will check back in with you tomorrow, and I'll go break the news to Mark that he's not going to get this tonight. I'll be sad. But it looks good. Looks like we did well. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we've been in the refrigerator all night. I think it looks really good. It's set well, so I'm very encouraged. So now I'm just gonna pull it up. Gotta love parchment paper. Pull it right up. We're gonna pull it down. So if you really want to make nice, beautiful squares, you can always trim the edges. And you can still eat the edges, not a problem, because that's going to be awfully delicious. But then you're going to have a much nicer edge on the side. So I'm going to grab a paper towel. So our knife is clean. So if we want those clean, beautiful edges, that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to eat that myself. You always eat with your eyes first. So if you're going to serve these to someone, you want them to look nice and beautiful. So let me pull this down. Oh, they look so good, you guys. Okay. Okay. So I think I should try it, don't you think? I'm going to take one of these. And let's see. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, that is really good. Mmm. 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 Slightly tart. Perfect. The blueberries really add something. I mean, I like lemon bars, but these are really good. These are really good. So I'm going to take my time. Man, that is really good. That's going to be a house favorite, I think. I am going to trim this up, cut some nice bars, and I think that will be really, really pretty. I'll give you an end shot of that when I have them all ready to serve. So if you want this recipe, just go to almost-martha.com, where you will find this along with all the other recipes that I've done. And I've done, quite a bit. There's some good Thanksgiving recipes on there too, so you should check it out. almost-martha.com. And please subscribe, Almost Martha 21 on YouTube. And thank you for stopping by. I hope you give it a try because it is really good. And we'll see you next time right here on Almost Martha.